Welcome back to Salam Britain. In today's segment, we are joined by three incredible individuals who are not only overcoming personal challenges, but also making a difference in the lives of others. First, we have Shamreaz Hussein, a 21-year-old blind student from Reading. Despite living with a visual impairment, Shamreaz has excelled academically and athletically, representing blind England in football and participating in several other sports. Next, we have Ishaq Islam, a 19-year-old from Portsmouth. Ishaq is studying business and sports coaching at the Royal National College for the Blind, and he's also passionate about goal ball, among other sports. And lastly, we're joined by Mohammed Alomrani, a 19-year-old from Saudi Arabia. Mohammed has been blind since birth and is now studying digital education at the University of West of England. Like Shamreaz and Ishaq, Mohammed is committed to making a positive impact and supporting those in need.
Yes, together they are raising funds for Human Appeal, a charity supporting Palestinian orphans who have been devastated by the ongoing conflict in Gaza. These children urgently need essential support, including food, clothing, medical aid and shelter. Shamreaz, Ishaq and Mohammed's initiative aims to provide vital relief and bring hope to those who have lost so much.
Alhamdulillah. Well, welcome to the show, my dear brothers. How are you all today?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Thank you very much for having us on.
Thank you for having us. Alhamdulillah.
Well, it's our pleasure, and we are really honestly extremely inspired and extremely overwhelmed.
Honoured. We're
I'm
so honoured
that you've decided to come on our show today. And obviously there's so much we want to talk to you about. But my first question to you would be, Shamreaz, to talk about this initiative, actually, you know, the skydive and the charity initiative.
Of course.
What inspired you to do the skydive to raise money for Palestinian orphans?
So, as part of my education at the Royal National College, I'm doing an extended project qualification, and that involves doing either a dissertation, a report, or an event on something I feel passionate about. And when I was choosing what to do, I came across a barrier, and that was that I didn't want to do something for myself. I wanted to do something that would benefit others, something that I could continue after my EPQ had finished and that had a long-term vision, and also something that would mentally and physically push me to the limits. And obviously the terrible and barbaric things that are happening in Gaza at the moment greatly appealed to me, something that I'm really, really passionate about. So doing a skydive, one, is something like unique. It's never really been done as an extended project qualification before, but also something that I know many people could get behind, and it's something compelling, something emotional that people could feel towards and get behind this initiative.
Subhanallah, brother Shamreaz, I'm just so impressed because you're all very, very young, mashallah, and what you're doing, it's just absolutely astounding. Incredible. It's something unheard of, unprecedented, I think, to be honest with you. So, mashallah, tabarakallah, may Allah give you
And you know, the fact that you're saying you want to push the boundaries, you want to mentally and physically push yourself, I love that. So, you know, barakallah for you, may Allah grant you lots of success in this.
Allah Akbar. Ishaq, I wanted to ask you as well, how do you think this skydive can help raise awareness about the blind community in particular?
I think it can show that even if we are visually impaired or blind, we can still do a lot of things that people think we can't. I think there's a lot of kind of misconceptions and misunderstanding around people with visual impairments. Like people may think we can't do things, or we can't have a certain level of independence. So I think doing a skydive, which even a lot of like sighted people won't have the opportunity to do, it will show that we can do like things that like out of the ordinary and like.
Absolutely. Well, listen, skydiving isn't just about being able to see, it's also about being able to feel, right? And there's going to be so many senses that come into play when you are in that sky. And certainly, I think if I could do it with my eyes closed, I probably would do it with my eyes closed anyway, because I'd be too scared to jump out of that sky. SubhanAllah. So, which brings me really nicely to the fact that you mentioned being independent. Mohammed, now you're studying here all the way from Saudi Arabia, mashallah, which makes me feel like you must be so independent like every other international student. Tell me, what has been the most rewarding part of this journey for you so far?
Well, the most rewarding part of this journey is seeing the photos and of the food parcels being delivered to the people of Gaza, and that really is really heartwarming, really, to see that people are benefiting from what we are doing, even though it can be it's a skydive. When you first hear a skydive, you think, how is this going to raise money for Palestinian orphans? But how Brother Shamreaz went about this is really is great in how he managed to spin it off, really, and make it so a fun, and what we see as something that is something that is fun to do, is helping to raise money for Palestinians.
Alhamdulillah, listen, I don't think words can express how incredible this initiative is, and the fact that you guys are doing it, mashallah, and may many more follow suit.
Absolutely. Brother Shamreaz, I'm curious, you did mention your EPQ. And I know you're the founder of this organisation. How did you go about organising a skydive in particular? And why skydive? Why did you choose that one?
So it started all the way back in September. The organisation has been immense. Like even for an EPQ, the amount of planning, the amount of communication that needs to take place, it's quite monumental, actually. And as someone who has in the past struggled with socialising, with communicating both verbally and non-verbally, I think doing an EPQ has definitely benefited me in being able to enhance my communication skills, being able to do public speaking, and ultimately these skills are going to help me in the future when I do go into employment or when I do leave the Royal National College.
Inshallah.
As for skydiving, like I said, I wanted to do something unique, something that not many people have done before, something where I could tick off my bucket list, but something that I can do which is not easy, but doing it and feeling that fear, being able to take that leap of faith for Gaza, for those Palestinian orphans who deserve the necessities of food which each child deserves. I think it's something that at the core of this initiative is being able to allow children to be able to experience another day, to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and be able to feel some spark and amidst this war that's going on, which they've been dragged into.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ya Allah, sorry, you mentioned so many things in that. No, mashallah, it's fantastic, because you've really helped us to understand the fear which you're going into, but these people in Gaza, they have no choice. They have to experience that. But subhanAllah, you're trying to experience, just like in the month of Ramadan, we try to feel what other people are feeling that don't have food and so on. So subhanAllah, it's incredible what you're doing.
I think the narrative behind it is so beautiful, and inshallah it's going to be a huge success. Now, Ishaq, I wanted to ask you, obviously challenges are a norm in life anyway, right? But what challenges have you faced as a blind Muslim, and how have you overcome them?
I think probably one of the first challenges I had from very young was being able to read the Quran. Obviously, 'cause I can't read print, so learning the Quran how a lot of other children would, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But then I overcame that I had online Arabic Braille lessons with a tutor. So through that, I was able to learn just the Arabic alphabet, and then it was learning the qaida, and then actually learning surahs.
That's incredible. And on that note, I want to ask you another question. If there are any brothers and sisters watching us today, and they're facing challenges, what advice would you give them?
Go
Ishaq.
Okay.
Okay, go on. Shamreaz.
I would say aim high, always be ambitious. If you have the belief in Allah, if you have the faith and you stick to your deen, like anything is possible. Especially if you have like a good support network, if you have a loving family, friends who are going to stick by you through thick and thin, like any setbacks you face, you know you will have people there who will push you back up. And it's always about don't let your disability hold you back. Like use that to like drive you on. Like you see people who might like belittle you, who might say that, oh, you can't do this because of your disability. That is the fuel you need to drive you forward and to say to yourself, I'm going to prove these people wrong because one, I believe in myself, I believe in Allah, and I've got the whole ummah behind me.
Allahu
Subhanallah.
Akbar.
Subhanallah.
I couldn't have heard it better. Subhanallah. It's really, really beautiful. Mohammed, I'm going to ask you, what kind of support have you received from friends and family and the community? Obviously, when they heard that you're going to go on the skydive, what was their reaction and what is it now?
Well, their reaction was, you know, they were like a bit shocked.
Indeed.
You know, anyone, you know, any family would be, you know, the son say calling, you know,
Of course.
oh, I'm gonna do a skydive, and but you know, I explained to them that, you know, this is what it is, because it's a tandem skydive.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, they're trained, and yeah, they feel,
They felt a little bit better.
Yeah. But yeah, they definitely were a bit shocked at first.
Oh my gosh, listen, if I wanted to do a tandem skydive, my family would be shocked. So, you know, I think it's a pretty normal reaction to get from your parents in particular, because they're like, oh, no, don't jump out of a plane. But, you know, I'm going to come back to you, Shamreaz, and I'm going to ask you something. You know the phrase, it's the heart what we truly see with.
Mm-hmm.
Such a pivotal statement, such an important phrase. What does that mean to you?
So to me, like, it's not like, it's something like that it goes beyond physical sight. Like doing this initiative is about being able to feel compassion, to feel empathy in your heart, and using that to drive you forward. So as a blind person, I've realized that true sight is beyond what the eye can perceive, and it's more about understanding the struggles Palestinian orphans are going through and being able to realize the injustice and taking action to ensure that even the smallest amount we can do will have such a major impact on those children.
Yeah, that's amazing, Shamreaz. Honestly, mashallah.
Thank you so much for that as well. I just wanted to ask Ishaq, and any of you as well, you can also chip in. How can people support your cause through the Just Giving page and so on?
So I think one of the main things is through our Just Giving link. So by going on to Google and typing in Just Giving Gaza skydive, we've alhamdulillah been able to raise just under £2,000 in about a month, because I definitely think this initiative has definitely gone much more bigger than I first anticipated, especially due to after we got Human Appeal on board, and they've been so supportive by providing us encouragement, by sharing it on their social medias, helping us with like different marketing strategies, and just being there as guidance and helping us navigate this fundraising.
That's really good. And I'm just curious also, for those of us wanting to know, are you aware how the money itself is going to it's going to help the Palestinian children in particular? Is it food? Is it clothing? Do you know where it's going to go?
So it's going to help provide food parcels for Palestinian orphans and those Palestinian families who are unable to get food. Also provide them with other necessities such as medical care, clothing and water. So.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. Well, listen, Shamreaz, Mohammed and Ishaq, and all three of you tell me one at a time. Don't fight. Take turns. I want to follow you. I want to see where you're going. I want to know your journey, your stories. Where do I find you? What are your handles?
I can go first.
Yeah.
So my Instagram is Mo_Alomrani.
Okay.
And yeah, you can, anyone
We'll follow
wants to,
you.
you can follow me
Inshallah.
there, inshallah. We can.
I'm on Facebook. It's just my name, Shamreaz Hussein on Facebook, and I provide regular updates on different goals that our event, a charity Skydive has reached, and updates on where the money would be going to.
Inshallah. And Ishaq?
Mine is also just my name on Facebook, Ishaq Islam, and there might be updates on there as well.
Alhamdulillah. And do you have a specific social handle for this particular cause, this initiative?
There will be a social media handle coming out that's currently in the process. So yes, of course.
What is it called?
It will be on, so we will have one on Facebook, and we'll have one on Instagram, and it will be Bridging Blindness with Belief.
Tell me a little bit about bridging blindness with belief.
So
That's too many B's, by the way.
It's an initiative that helps unite both the Islamic and blind communities, and helps not only prove that us as visually impaired people are able to independently work and organize an initiative, but also helps educate the Islamic communities who may not have education or who may be apprehensive in talking about visual impairment, either because they may not know as much or they may be hesitant. So it's about educating, talking about the misconceptions of blindness, and overall making people more united in this time where we need to show solidarity and a united front.
MashaAllah, that's such an incredible cause, isn't it?
MashaAllah, I'm so impressed because, you know, it's one thing to have a challenge yourself. It's another thing to want to help other people overcome their challenges. So it's just so noble, mashallah. Like, I pray that it really inspires us all to really do whatever we can to support others in
Well, it certainly inspired us.
I'm so happy.
I'm not sure about the tandem jump though, but it's definitely inspired us, inshallah,
really pushing us
support
to
and
the
follow your
limits, isn't
cause.
it?
Now, I
That's
really want to
wonderful.
emphasize the fact that this cause is so important. And more than the importance of the cause is the way you are facilitating this fundraiser, you know. The fact that you are stepping out of your boxes and, you know, changing the narrative for the blind community and engaging with the wider group of people in your network to kind of get them on board. It's really important that our audience understand and follow and also donate. So just remind us of what we need to do when we go on Just Giving. Look for.
So if you go on to Google and type in Just Giving Gaza Skydive, and the first link should be Shamreaz Hussein, my name, Gaza Skydive. You obviously go on the link, and then obviously all the information in relation to my story and the donation page will be on there.
Inshallah.